I rise to offer this amendment to prohibit to prohibit the closure of 2 U.S. forest facilities, Forest Service facilities that are doing critical forest research, including anti-invasive species work in my district, and to highlight the lack of transparency from this administration regarding the Forest Service. In Hamden, Connecticut, the Forest Service Research and Development Lab has been at the forefront of fighting invasive insects and diseases that threaten forests in the Northeast. Researchers there have helped combat the spread of species like the spongy moth, the Asian longhorn beetle, and the spotted lanternflies. Invasive species like these are a major threat to New England, with one recent study finding that invasive insects are now responsible for nearly a quarter of tree deaths across the Northeast. At a time when invasive species are spreading, and an Agriculture Secretary memo from last December specifically lists, quote, protecting the integrity of American agriculture from invasive species, end quote, as a research and development priority, I am baffled by the USDA's attempt to close these facilities without an adequate explanation or a thoughtful plan for how to preserve the research conducted there. And the Hamden Lab is not alone. The USDA's broader restructuring plan aims to close at least 57 research facilities across the country, consolidating them into a handful of research facilities or co-locate them with other facilities. That is in Alabama and Alaska, in Huntsville, Alabama, Anchorage, Alaska, Monticello, Arkansas, in Connecticut. I mentioned Tallahassee in Florida, Lexington, Kentucky, Louisiana, Pineville and Tioga, Utah, Cedar City, Logan and Ogden, Texas, Nacogdoches, I think I got that right after a while, Oregon, Portland, Ohio, MacArthur, long list. 57 of them are at risk, and they are on a cutting board here. So I believe if the USDA believes a consolidation of Forest Service facilities is necessary, then we ought to get, as the Congress, a complete plan for how the USDA will ensure the continuity of programs at those facilities. We also need to see a full plan for how consolidating facilities would impact the staff who cannot work from different facilities than they currently do. Despite the USDA's insistence that this reorganization will not affect research projects, it is not intended to force out researchers, I offer the amendment to protect all of these facilities, which are an example of how consolidating research could have direct effects on existing research projects. Invasive species research is not something that can be done from afar. It's time and labor intensive. It's highly localized, requiring frequent trips into the fields and woods where these species live. Shifting employees and facilities far away adds additional costs and delays time-sensitive research. Furthermore, the agency's insistence that this is not a final decision have left employees and their families in limbo for months, wondering if they will have to uproot their lives. USDA makes it clear on their website that the list of facilities subject to closure could still grow. I have concern as the administration is handling the reorganization. Many of you may also be concerned about the impacts on your districts. Eager to work with my colleagues to understand how the Forest Service facility closures would affect your districts as well. I will work to hold USDA accountable for the full reorganization plans for the Forest Service moving forward. And I offer the amendment to address the specific impact we already know this reorganization would have on my home state. Stopping invasive species should be a bipartisan priority. My facilities and others like it should not be shuttered out. Proud to put forward the amendment, and I urge my colleagues to support it. I yield back.